Hi Pisces, this is Millennial Tarot. I am Camille, and you're going to be watching your December 2018 reading. Before we get into it, I wanted to say that for the month of December, the holidays month, I am offering readings for just $5. That means any one question that you have will be $5. So it's a great gift to give yourself or to give someone else if you want clarity over something. And then especially if this reading resonates or it does not resonate, we can get more personal with what's happening for you. So that's going on to the end of December, $5 readings. Hope to see you in my inbox. I will leave my information below. But until then, with that aside, actually, let's move into what's going on with you generally this December. As always, past, present, future. 3-card spread, clarifiers if needed. Right, 2 more times. Lovely. Alright, so I'm going to pull a clarifier. Ooh, one more. There's something in your life that's been going well, it's been giving you balance, it's been good, it's been this, it's been that, but it's kind of reaching this place of, not that you're bored of it, but it doesn't seem to be giving you any value anymore. It doesn't seem to be making you happy. It's not making you sad, but it's just there. It's stagnant. It's numb. It's like this fixture in your life that is not really working for you anymore, be it a person, be it a job, be it a situation or friendship or something that you're doing, a way of thinking. And then your job here is to kind of transform it or transform it, and look what came up, Death card. We'll talk about that. To either transform it into something that is working for you, sorry about that, or to let it go. Letting go. So you're coming to this reading with nice, stable 4 of Wands. So it could be something having to do with your house, your relationships, where you're living, your roommates, just something that's providing you balance in that more domestic part of your life. And then we have the 6 of Pentacles, another card of balance. And then we move here into the 4 of Cups, another technically a card of balance, so 4, 6, 4. But here we have you feeling dissatisfied, bored, just not seeing the goodness in it, right? So sometimes we don't have to get rid of something, we just have to change how we're looking at it. That was clarified by the Judgment card. So something is coming to an end to be transformed. We did have the Death card as your bottom of the deck. And then at the very end, we have the Knight of Wands, which is a complete reversal of energy from this more stagnant sitting 4 of Cups. So you are finding energy, you are finding vitality. If this is a depletion of your physical vitality, sleepiness, inertia, you have no energy, you're just feeling lazy, by the end of the month, you'll have a reason to get up and get going again, feel charged, and to feel vital. But otherwise, when we have to put closure to things, when we have endings, when we have transformations, and when we have rebirth, we do need to get on the make to continue living a life, either with it or without it, transforming it or transforming it by making it go, making it leave. So I like how we have this reading book-ended by fire signs, by fire cards. It does represent this return back to what was making us happy, return back to what makes us feel energetic, what makes us feel alive. So the four of Wands is such a lovely card, though. I hate to see it in the past. I hate to see you being upset over it. But, you know, it's this place of stability in your relationship. It's often a card of marriage. It's a card of taking a relationship to the next level. It could be a card of you moving in together with your honey, or you guys just making things more official. And it's a card of celebration. It's a card of balance where we're out from the 3 of Wands of creating something and seeing where it goes and seeing what happens. The 4 of Wands then sees it become this solid fixture in your life. And for Pisces, you know, Sun, Moon, Rising, also other placements, Pisces, need kind of more go with the flow energy. They don't really need or appreciate being locked down. Not that they don't appreciate it, it's just not their prime directive. So the modus operandi for you could be to be a little bit more mutable water, to go here, to go there, to explore this, to explore that, whether that's out in the world or within yourself. And so the Four of Wands, especially with the Six of Pentacles, comes in to some of you a little bit as a threat, a little bit as I'm being tied down, a little as I'm feeling bored, or this is routine for me. I would appreciate instead exploring, or, you know, for some of you, it's just too good. Let's talk about this, and this will be the last time I talk about it, because I like the positive potentials in everything, but there is a positive Piscean potential to destroy, negative potential rather, to destroy things. It's a card of martyrdom. It's a card of self-sacrifice, and sometimes what Pisces sacrifice the most is themselves. So you could have these great things happening, and then for some reason it's boring to you. For some reason it doesn't have luster to you. For some reason it's just too structure and pentacles. It's too grounded. It's too much gravity for you that you just go into self-sabotage mode, which would be you ruining it in unconscious ways. So that's what I want to speak about for the first time and the last time only. So if you recognize that potential within yourself, try your best not to destroy everything. You know, you can find ways to change it and mutate it in a way that's more exciting, that's more livable and breathable. It's more malleable for you. It doesn't have to be this fixed thing, but you don't have to go about destroying it or not seeing its worth or value. So that's my only caveat. So then we move here into the Six of Pentacles, which is a card of balance, a card of equal give and take, a card of money being good, of finances being good, and I'm hearing that you guys are the ones giving the charity, not the ones necessarily receiving the charity. And you're doing so in a way, there's a give and take in a way that there is balance in your life, just like there is balance here. Balance in the home, balance of the relationship, the passion coming down to a more contained form, and then that creates a balance in our home, and our work, and our lives. And Pentacles always representing the ins and outs of our lives, the things we do on a daily basis. Everything's good. Everything's going swimmingly. But it completely lacks passion, or the passion has been lost. So that moves us into the Four of Cups, where you're like, I have these Three of Cups, you know, I have the person, I have the job, the idea is going fine, you know, I got the promotion, you know, the job's going fine, life's going fine, it's just fine. And then you have life trying to show you more things, and you're just like, oh, it's just more fine things, it's more fine. And, you know, I want to just direct you to, like, the Four of Wands. It's a beautiful card. It's a great relationships in your life. Nothing bad really is happening. But, you know, these people are kind of seated. They're at home doing domestic tasks. These people are kind of seated, solid, stable pentacles. You know, everything's kind of fine. And then you're kind of here seated. You know, there's an element here of, like, doldrums, of boredom, of where's the passion, of where's the fire, where's the exploration, where's the wonder. Pisces is very concerned with what is the wonder of life, is this all there is? That kind of question. Is this all that there is? Am I always going to feel this way? Am I always going to be this bored, this tired, this lackluster? You know, things are going fine, like my relationships are technically fine, and my Six of Pentacles are balanced, it's fine, but I'm lacking something. And so that's where we need to kind of transform. That's where things need to kind of end. So the Judgment card is coming up to say, well, you feel this way, what needs to go and what needs to change? These are the dead bodies coming up for final review. And Mercury's in retrograde, so a lot of people are in review. So if this is a relationship, a job that has been there for a while and it's providing you with balance and stability, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's right for you just because it's been there the whole time, just because it's expected, just because it's the way things have always been done. It may be for some Pisces you need to up and leave. And just because the relationship is fine doesn't mean that it's for you. Like, relationships don't always need to end in abject trauma. Like, sometimes relationships just end because you've outgrown each other. Sometimes jobs end because you've outgrown it. Sometimes friendships end because you've outgrown it. Sometimes this place in your life ends because you've outgrown it. You've done this job, you've been with this person, you've been this type of person, you've been in this place for so long. Maybe you've outgrown it. Maybe it's not making you feel impassioned because it's not necessarily where you're supposed to be anymore. And especially because we have so many cards of stability and balance, it could have been something that has been there for a while. And you need to change. It needs to be transformed. It needs to come up for review. Is this person really right for me? Is this job really right for me? And do I literally want to be here? And I'm not saying to destroy your life and to put it in a trash can and just move forward and just ignore it. It could be that as you transform, the relationship transforms. As you become more the person that you want to be, your relationships transform and your jobs transform as well. But it's really about this coming up for review. It's not enough to say life is boring, it's not working, I'm not going to accept anything. It's also about putting in the work to say what actually is it that you need, what actually is it that needs to go. And notice that this is a card of ending. We got 2 10s here. Complete closure. So there's a lot of Pisces are reaching this part of your life where you have to grow beyond comfort. You have to grow beyond stability. That's not to say that all of life is you having to struggle for stability and that life is always the most exciting when things are unbalanced and you don't know how it's going to turn out and blah, blah, blah. Like, that's not the same. It's just for Pisces, and the Pisces that are watching this in particular that have been drawn to this, there is some part of your life that's truly stale and you've outgrown it. That's why it's stale, because you don't need to be there anymore. Now let's talk about how the Death card is anchoring your reading. Transforming it. Dying to it. I really want to put out the caution once again. This does not mean that you need to throw everything and everyone away. It could just mean you need to find a way to transform it, to make it become something else, to make it actually work for you, to make it give you passion, to make it give you happiness. It comes up for review. Am I really dead? Do you really want me to be here? And the Death card answers that. Well, no. I'm moving on from you. I'm putting an end to this. I'm becoming a different person. I'm going to transform this. I'm going to die to this part of my life and march into something else. And then who we have at the very end of the reading is this Knight of Wands. Marking a return back to passion, back to being adventurous, back to energy, back to being vital, back to feeling like you're doing something that matters, back to feel like you're in a relationship that is growing you and that's not just stale and it's just working because it's working. And is there actually something that's exciting you about it? You're going to work, or you're getting a new job, or you're going to a new place that excites you because you could be of purpose. Wands are action-oriented cards. Nothing here is active. Nothing here is active. Okay, so the Four of Wands is, okay, we have Wands, but then it just represents a solid home. Passion being contained, passion being turned into structure. But then here we have what's over that horizon, what's going on over there. What's that? What's that? What's this? It's a return back to chemistry. Maybe the relationship is going through a dull time right now, and through this hard transformation and looking at what is and what's not working, it returns to this. It returns to, ooh, baby. Or maybe the job transforms. You ask for different assignments. You do something else, or you just look at it differently. This could also just be a function of your mind. See it differently. If you're lacking excitement, it's because you're not bringing excitement. Let's also think about that. And then you see it, you transform it, you die to it, and it becomes, ooh, baby, life is worth living again. Life is on fire again. I feel like I want to conquer this. I feel like I have this goal. You have like no goals here. No goals here except for to remain the same, to be in balance. No goals here except to be with this person, to be in balance. Maybe you need to throw your scales off a little. Maybe you need to give yourself a little bit of a challenge. Give yourself a bit more adventure. Give yourself something more unexpected. Give yourself something to conquer. Give yourself something to be excited about or interested about. And to really go through this thing in your life and to ask why you feel this way. And to transform it or to get rid of it. And to move forth towards a more exciting chapter. This is going to happen either way. This is the outcome. It's going to happen either way. This requires a bit more of your participation. What isn't working, what is not working. The Death card can happen to you, or you can be a conscious participant in your own life, right? You don't want the relationship to fizzle out and die, and you don't want judgment to happen because, it just happens and you're going with the flow, and before you know it, you look up and you realize you didn't make any decision, that decisions were made for you. Don't do that. The Knight of Wands is coming either way, but be an active participant here. Why is it boring? Why is it lackluster? Why don't you feel alive? Why don't you feel... And this doesn't even mean that you're bored. It could just be this spark in you, like, this isn't it. This is not enough. I'm meant for more. Something else needs to happen. I could do more. I could be doing more. It doesn't mean to get rid of anything or that what you're doing is bad. It just means I do more. More. And so that's the Knight of Wands coming in to say, well, one more, huh? Let's start the adventure. So this has been my reading for you, Pisces. I hope that you have enjoyed it and gotten any peace and clarity from it. Of course, if you need anything from me specifically for your own life, I am just one email away. Once again, $5 readings for the holiday season up until the end of December for something for you or for someone else. Great gift. But until then, I will see you in the new year. And remember, the things that aren't working in your life, that feel bored, that feel too solid, that feel like they're dragging you down, or just like don't feel enough, you have the power to change that and to march forward and to create your own adventures again where things have gotten a little bit too safe, right? So that is my general theme for you, Pisces. Go forth, go on your adventures. What is and what isn't working, take it with you or do not. Either way, have fun, be impassioned, be well, and I'll see you soon.